Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over the stock market in general. We're going to look at the S&P 500, go over the futures and the VIX. Also going to go over some updates on some of the stocks that we cover, such as IQST, ticker symbol IQST. We'll look at ZNOG just briefly and go over the technicals again. I had someone ask a question saying, hey, do you think that it'll still hit 10 cents? We're finding some good support at 13, so I wanted to follow up on that. And then we'll take a look at the charts on Tesla and Amazon, of course. And then I want to go over a milestone that I hit on the SHIB news. So, been a few days since I've been on here. I apologize for that. Been very, very busy. And yeah, so just want to update everyone on kind of some things in the market and, again, some of our other stocks. So, just to reiterate, guys, not a financial advisor. Make sure that you do your own research. If you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, whoever may benefit from these videos. So the S&P 500 have a little rally going here. However, we are at a very crucial level to see if we're going to keep that rally going, or do we come back down and retest 3,500 in the S&P 500, 37, 36, 76. Okay, that's your number that you're trying to bust through. As you see, we did here 37.66, and we basically got rejected and we fell down. Had a pretty big green candle there too, and then it kind of started to cool off, which we are looking like we are starting to cool off a little bit just in general on the MACD and the RSI. It doesn't mean we'll go all the way back down there. We could, cool off a little and pop back up, but this is the level right here you want to see if we bust through and if we can hold above there. Okay, if we bust through 37, 36, 76 and then eventually cool off after that and we find support there, then you could kind of assume that we're going to go and retest that 39.29 level at some point. And we still are trading below the red SMA line, which is roughly at about 39.50. Okay, so overall, if we get above 39.50 over the next couple weeks and hold, that's a good sign for the markets just in general. Good bullish signal there. Okay, so looking at the futures, guys, we are projected to open green, but we're projected to open green a lot less than we were last night. Last night we were up about 150, 160 points at some point, and now as you see, that number has come down. However, that could eventually kind of tick back up if before the market open. It's only 5:45 Central Standard Time currently, so a lot can change in that particular area there. So if we go to VIX Central, this is going to track the volatility, and that number we typically want under 30. As you see here, we're still at 30. We're almost at 31. So if we get a nice bull run, this thing should start slowly coming down. However, if we start getting some more people selling and we get the markets to keep coming down and we get a pullback or a little rug pull here, then this number will pop back up, and then your plays like UVXY, SQQQ, things of that nature, those things would spike up. All right, guys, so on to the stocks that we talk about. We're going to just briefly touch on IQST, ticker symbol IQST. I've been saying this for about a year. Anything under 50 cents right here is a buy signal for me. I'm looking to start to accumulate more of this on a bi-weekly basis because of a milestone that I just hit in one of our other positions. So I did finish out my position on Shiba Inu, and I'm super pumped about that. I'm glad that this price stayed roughly where it's at here, because I was able to put in the amount that I project, pretty much the amount I projected for the goal that I had, and only went up about 50 bucks. I think it was $51 and some change over budget, and that's because I wasn't patient. There was some time when it spiked up and I just wanted to buy more, so I bought it. But if I would have waited until now, like when I finished out my position, I could have got right at what I was projecting for that investment to cost. But anyway, only about 50 bucks over budget. I'll take that. Not terrible, but I'm going to try to just hold the line there and see where it goes. And if if it drops dramatically for some reason, then I may consider coming back and buying more. Other than that, we're going to put our focus elsewhere, which is here. I'm going to look to accumulate Amazon, IQST, Tesla. Those are some things that I'm going to start trying to build up. And IQST released on the 18th, which was yesterday, that They grow 42% to $66.5 million, on pace to beat the $90 million annual revenue forecast. And that's huge, okay? And it blows my mind that this is only sitting at 26 cents. I don't think it's going to stay there, for very much longer. There's, in my opinion, there's no way this thing stays at the 25-cent level, especially their next earnings report. After this one, they come back and they beat or exceed $90 million. There has to be something that gives to make this thing start moving back up closer to that dollar range, and that's really where my profit taking is going to start, or maybe just fully come to fruition, is at that dollar level, because this thing has run up from 25 cents to $1 several times, and I've watched it, and usually when it gets to $1, it falls back down. But from here, from 25 to 26 cents all the way to $1, that's a huge gain, and you could even bounce out prior to that. Even if it just gets to 50 cents, you're up 100% on your money. That's a great return on your investment there. Next up, guys, Tesla ticker symbol TSLA, and we have earnings this afternoon after market close, which actually, guys, I'm going to tell you, this is setting up for an interesting swing play opportunity. As you see, we hit 200 or 203, and we bounced up, and you could see it come and bounce back, maybe retest the 200 level. And if it does, I'm going to probably be a buyer here because, based off of whatever the earnings say, but I'm going to watch and see maybe if I can buy a few shares here. And then if earnings are positive, if it bounces off of 200, you could see a little bull run starting on Tesla, and your first level of resistance will be 242.19. I'm just not real sure how the earnings outlooks are supposed to be. So I'm kind of playing it safe. I haven't bought anything yet, or I may just come in and buy one share just to watch it. And then if the earnings are positive, maybe come back and buy some more and let the thing run up from there. But overall, I think that low 200s here, as long as it holds hold at 200. If it falls, I think are some good places to at least start your position and kind of keep an eye on it. So that's what I'll be doing, is anywhere like around this channel here. Probably just be using this to swing it, because Tesla is super volatile. And whenever it moves up, but also when it moves down, it moves down. And you can make you can make a lot of profits off of swinging Tesla if you could understand kind of the patterns in the charts, and that's what I've done several times with it so far. So we'll look at Amazon, guys. That's one of the ones that I mentioned a while ago that I'm looking to accumulate and continue to accumulate here for the longer term. It looks like we might be kind of losing some steam here. The good thing is that we broke above that 116.15 level. Now it's just to see if we can hold there. If we don't, you could come down back to about the 110 and then maybe try to come back up and push back and go above that. We got to get above 120.97 and hold in order to confirm a longer term bullish pattern to the upside. But for me, really anything under $150, specifically here, like 100 to 120 is a buy zone for me, is what I'm looking to get into. All right, guys, and then Zion Oil and Gas. Someone asked about if I thought that we still will touch 10 cents. Absolutely, I do think we will. And as you see here, not a whole lot of volume. Everyone's just kind of at a standstill at this point, because the last update they talked about, they said they have to install a packer because they have so much water pressure from that top layer in the primary zone to try to get to the oil. And they reiterated several times that it's not a guarantee that it's going to work, right? And it's not a guarantee that this well is going to be commercially viable. So that scared a lot of people, and rightfully so, is because they didn't portray a lot of confidence in what they were going to do. However, it seems like it is a common practice in the oil field, after doing some research and seeing a lot of people post about different scenarios of people who work in the oil field and things of that nature. However, on the flip side of that, this actually happened in MJ1 as well. It's pretty similar. They had to install, some packers as well, and then the packers basically failed, and so that's made people a lot more nervous about the current situation. But anyway, you're literally one positive update away from this thing starting to move, and that's what everyone's waiting on. So I do not think that this thing's going to start running up and bust through 17 cents and come back up and try to get up to 20 cents. I don't see that happening. I see it just keep continuously sliding down, even if it takes a week or two, and I think we will test 10 cents or 9.5 cents, whatever, because everyone's just waiting now on that update. Originally it was everyone's waiting on a September update, and then we got to October and we're waiting on an October update, and then we did get a couple updates. It just wasn't the one that we were waiting on, so they're just waiting on the testing results, and now people are projecting it's going to be November. I'm not putting any timestamp on it, but I can tell you that as far as an announcement goes, but I do think that you don't hear anything from them until mid-November, mid to late November. And whatever that is that they're going to tell you, who knows, but that's just my personal opinion. But overall support about 10 cents, first level of resistance about 17, got to get above 21.5 pretty much to get a bullish reversal. And then your very tip top here, guys, is 42 cents. So that's a huge run. If we get down to 10 and it starts moving up, then that's a pretty decent run and percentage gain on any type of money you put into this thing. But just know this thing is super risky at this point. You don't know which way it's going to go. So for those of you who are thinking about getting in, I would highly recommend either A, watch from the sidelines and have some cash available in case of an announcement, or B, maybe kind of like what I'm doing with Tesla, buy a little bit to start just to watch it, just to kind of track what the stock is doing. And then that way, whenever, if you see one day, you have like just that, handful of shares and it's up 20-30%, and you're like, what's going on? And you can go check and see, maybe they had a positive announcement, then you can kind of come in and ride that wave. Because if they do get the positive announcement that we're waiting on, then in my opinion, it's going to go a lot higher than 42 cents. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you in this video. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we will catch you in the next one.